Hopefully it'll help keep it balanced. Well, let's turn this down just a touch. Well. Huh. That's better. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dynamodel, where I like to build models. I don't know why my avatar's always got a crooked head. It drives me crazy if I do that. There, that straightens me out. I just have to tilt the camera. And it doesn't see me anymore. Ah! Do that. There we go. Yeah, that works. It made me all squinty. Why is everything got to be so complicated? You know? Like, does life really have to be this complicated? Does it? Hope you guys are doing well. As I said earlier, welcome to Dynamodel. We're painting the bear. Oh, I guess I should take the lens cap off. That helps. Oh, dirty hat. Sorry, let me get that out of the way. I was cutting composite decking today. Things filthy. So where were we with things? So I didn't know if you guys were enjoying watching me drive myself crazy doing maskings, but I did a bunch of masking after the last bit of masking, so we really don't have anything to mask. Well, we will, but only after we unmask some things to remask others. So all these maskings I did, and I hope I did them in the right layers, in layers where I should be able to spray, peel. This is the only part I actually have to remask over something, which will be this bit here. Yeah. If it works out right, though, in theory, I should be able to spray that, mask it real quick, peel these outer maskings, leave the fan duct work thing, and then those are in 2 layers where I can spray those. But we'll see if I did this right. It gets confusing because you have to think about which one you're going to pull first, and yeah, you start to do too many layers, and there's no guarantee they're going to pull right. I may pull one and then I have to remask it. We'll see. I'm going to try not to spray the crap out of these. Hopefully they don't bleed on me. I'm going to be spraying white after this, like it's going to be the main base coat. So that's kind of why I'm doing these other colors first. I don't know if it's true, but somewhere I heard that it's better to do dark colors first before doing your light colors. So I guess we're going to put that to the test. The other thing I'm going to do is we're going to add some color codes. So I realized after a little mishap. Let me show you guys that. And I think I'm just going to leave this. I don't think I'm going to try to fix it. It'll be kind of like, you know, how C-3PO has one leg that's the wrong color. But, so I did black as my surfacer. Sprayed it with gray surfacer to get the divots out, because this kit really round and I wanted it to really be smooth, look nice when it's done. So I did double surfacer. I did the 1000, the gray 1000, and then I did black over that. In hindsight, I should have sprayed some of those parts with a black gloss coat. Holomatic chrome doesn't quite have the sheen it should have, but hey, this is how we learn. But anyway, I don't know if you guys can see the difference in these two parts. Let me see if I can get them. It'd be hard to get the camera to focus. It always is. I said focus. There we go. So, I don't know. One of these was gray surfacer. Do that, and then I'll zoom. So one was gray surfacer and one was black surfacer, and that's just because I forgot to spray it. I forgot to spray the black on one part. Just kind of missed it. Anyway, I will fix that. Stand by. Allow me to refocus and position the camera. There we go. You guys feel like you're losing your vision yet? And perfect. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to probably respray these again with the holomatic chrome before I spray the candy coat. But before I even do that, because I really want these parts to pop, and I realize now looking at that, those two parts I just showed you, that the base coat underneath the chrome makes a huge difference in how it's going to come out. And I'm not going to backtrack and respray the whole bear, but in hindsight, I wish I would have done a color coat underneath all of the holomatic chrome. Live and learn. The good news is I think I'm going to spray the big bow a green color, and then spray it again before spraying it with the holomatic chrome. And then some of these parts, I think I'm going to give them a color coat. Hit them with the holomatic chrome, let that dry, and then we'll hit it again with the candy coat. And I'm hoping what that does is makes it look closer to the color that I'm after, as opposed to, if you look at these pink parts, find a good example. I think if I had sprayed a red base coat on this, and this is one of the pinks. Zoom in, I say. If I had sprayed a red base coat on this, I think it would be much, much pinker. And that's just kind of what I figured out about all this. But I'll just move the mat. How about that? We'll just move the mat a little crookeder. Anyhow, so, and underneath, I think I'm going to go even a step further. Tilt, I say. One of these days I'll be happy with this. There, I can live with that. Which is kind of funny, I'm just going to move it in a minute anyway when I start spraying. I don't think there's anything left to mask. I think I masked everything. I'm going to hit this. This is, so this is like the computer keyboard for Haro. And this is going to be kind of fun. Stop focusing on the mat. Thank you. I need to get a blue mat. I think the camera will try to focus on it a lot less. But, This is the keyboard piece for the holo. Inside, when Haro opens his mouth, it's like a computer terminal. These are the keys here. You can't see them because I've masked them. But we're going to spray this outer ring with yellow. And I think I'm going to use... Boy, this is really stepping out on a limb. I can't decide if I want to use the glow-in-the-dark, glow-in-UV light DSBA yellow, and then try to spray the chrome over that. Or if we want to use the Mr. Gundam color. So, decisions. But I guess I'll sort that out in a little bit. And I also just thought about painting it to yellow. What I may do is I may actually hit it with yellow, hit it with chrome, then hit it with clear yellow. Dilute it a little bit. But that's what's going to happen with basically all of... Let me get this out of the way because... Though it's not as rich in color as I want, I am super happy with the way that paint turned out. It's at least nice and smooth and flat. Why is my head always tilted? Do I just hold my body that way, I wonder? I mean, is my posture that bad? Am I crooked? I might be. Like, I might have a shoulder I need to like. Anybody know a chiropractor? Anyhow. So, yeah, all this is getting painted yellow. So we're going to do that today. But I think I'm going to give it a yellow base coat. And then I'll hit it again with the chrome and then spray over it again. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I just think that's the way I should do it in this instance. Still on the fence about that, though. But in the meantime, so that's what's going on with all these masking parts. Then there's a couple parts that just need to be sprayed. Which stick did that come off of? Put those back in the booth. And I actually almost have the booth already set up. I haven't turned it on yet. That's all we got to do. But for the most part, it's set up, ready to go. So it should be easy peasy spraying. And I'm just using the big airbrush. I'm not even going to mess with the little one this time. Actually, I might. Mainly because... No, I probably won't. We're going to leave it at that. Any oozles. Why am I missing an alligator clip? New alligator clip. That song was a little too intense for the beginning of the stream, I think. So, the other thing I'm going to do tonight is I'm probably going to spray this with DSBA's glow-in-the-dark green, because I do have all of these parts here that this right here is the part that I ran out of the holochromatic chrome on. You can't see that because I'm holding it too close to the camera. That's why I ran out of holochromatic chrome, so that needs to be sprayed again. And then all of these do too. Big bear head. Funny thing is I don't know if anybody was watching the previous streams where I had the big glob in the front of his head. But I went to wet sanding it, and it actually came out really shiny, and I'm wondering if that's going to make a difference. If it's going to shine through the chrome. I guess we'll find out. Might have a bit of a different sheen, but that's okay. It's the head. It's a big giant head. We can live with it. Those two parts there are done. As you can see, they're bright and shiny when I hit them with the UV. And they turned out nice. Nice and smooth. Not quite as candy as I'd like, but they do have like a nice metallic undercoating. A little bit more pigment in it than I was hoping. But hey, when you're experimenting, that's what you get. You know, I just had a terrible thought. Okay. Terrible thought averted. So anyway, I can't decide if I'm going to paint before doing the holographic chrome. That'll be the last kind of like step maybe tonight. And then some of those parts I'm going to spray blue, and I think we're going to make the backpack Zaku blue. Like a Zaku's backpack. I don't know what color the instructions actually have it. I think they actually, in the instructions, it's just like a dark gray. So I think we're going to make it blue, like a Zaku 2's. So I believe they have kind of, well, they come gray, but I don't know. Where did I see a blue Zaku backpack? It just looked good. I think I'm going to make it blue. So, yeah, that's what we're doing tonight, kids. Let me turn the booth and the compressor on. And, I'm really tempted to spray this kind of glow-in-the-dark G-paint that I have, as opposed to the DSBO. Just to see if it works. Just to see how the Alcalad lays down over it. And I'm wondering if it may not shine a little bit brighter. I think I'm going to. I think just for the sakes of seeing what happens. I think I'm going to spray that this color. That does leave me to one little bit more masking before we get started, if that's the case. But this should be an easy one. We want to mask these. But that should be pretty easy if we separate the parts. Zoom in more. Coolio. This might be. Let's take half this circle here. That'll work. Can do that. Do I have any smaller circles? We only want half that. That way we can use the other one. Oh, there's 4 of these. I'm gonna have to cut circles. Oh, nope, I got some. Right here. They don't even have to be perfect. So yeah, I kind of talked about the old DSBA circle cutter. And you could buy pre-cut circle maskings. They're pretty easy to find. But I really do kind of like this thing. I'm getting a little more familiar with it. It's a little tricky to use, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. You just kind of have to measure everything up front. Like really carefully. Put this guy down here. And then I think best thing to use in this instance is gonna be some of I think this is like 5mm, 6mm, something like that. 6mm. We'll throw some of this in because it bends nice and easy. and still covers. Give that a slice. You can't see that. Let me move the camera down just a touch. There we go. There we go. You know, I cleaned this lens up. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's okay. Oh, I don't have the key line. That's why it seems a little weird. All right. So unfortunately, these don't have to be great because they're kind of just in the background. We'll go with a little 10mm. That ought to finish it up. Why is this wrapped all the way around? Why would I do such a thing? I kind of like this jam. Makes me want to go to the fish under the sea dance. If you know, you know. Not that too big last time. Well, we do need to be a little bigger this time. That should do it. Yeah, so that's the other thing that's nice about the circle cutter. You don't actually have to cut full circles. So I was using this cut here, bits and pieces of it, to do the holo. Like, it's kind of cool. Sorry, probably making you guys sick. Just a little tilt, just a little bit. There we go. That's nice. But yeah, you can cut a circle and then just use that curvature to do curved pieces. It's it does help. It really does make it a whole lot faster. Come on, this one. Another way, tape. Kind of excited to spray. I almost started doing some of it yesterday, but this is kind of one of those. I started this project live, so I'm actually trying to just finish it live. I feel like some of the people that have tuned in for it, I owe them at least that at this point. Although, I don't know, maybe they'd rather see me build. Which we will be getting to another build soon. I'm thinking about doing the Penelope or the Messer. And Voltron's still calling my name. I think Voltron's more than I want to get into right now. Done a lot of master grades. I think we just finished up the RX-78 3.0, at least building it. Probably, I think I wouldn't mind building a master grade for the next stream, and next couple streams. And then when I get done with the bear here, painting the RX-78 in the background. So there we go, masked. That didn't take too long. Actually went pretty dang quick. Love the circle cutter. And I never thought about using it that way before. That was one of those things that yesterday I was just sitting here masking and I started carving and I'm like, in fact, it was that haro piece. I'm like, why am I doing this? I got half that circle right here. And then I just started putting it on and it kind of filled in the blanks. But it does good for making your edges. Oh, why are we listening to the slow track? I thought I took this off of the playlist. Drop the tapes. That's what this track's called. When I do start painting, if I forget you guys are here, it's just because I'm into the music and I'm sorry. But I'll be back, I promise. It's got like a spy movie feel to it. Epic heist. Devil of Heaven, how are you doing? Forget you and you'll cry. I would never forget you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. It's good to see you. Well, I don't see you, but I can see you typing. Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. I'm doing some masking, and then I'm about to get a little crazy with the airbrush. It's going to be colors everywhere. We're doing greens and yellows and more greens, and we might get to some candy whites and maybe some candy blue, and some holochromatic chrome. We'll just see how it goes. For now, though, you guys have my, at least a good half of my attention while I do this. I'm all right. Bopping about the house. Wife is out with the girlies. At the moment. Boy, there was so many ways I could have interpreted that. So I'm up in the office 3D printing. Nice! Dude. So I got rid of my Dremel. I had like a Dremel 2000. And I kind of wish I hadn't. When I got it, it was used. Somebody gave it to me, actually. And it needed a build plate, and it didn't have any tips. I didn't have any filament for it. But it was just big, and it took up a lot of space. But I kind of regret it. And I didn't have the money to get all the parts for it. I like by the time I started adding up what it was going to cost to get it operational, I'm like, I could get a resin printer for that. A good one. That prints in color. So I don't know. That and they quit running, Dremel quit running support software for it. And that was the other thing that was kind of like well, what the hell do I do with this type of thing? You know, I got to make sure I didn't mask the inside of that on those other parts. You fool. I thought I had another circle here. Hey, Devil of Heaven, you see a circle on my mat anywhere, homie? Well, you probably see a lot of circles. Stupid question. A resin joint and 2 decent filament printers. I have a couple printers, laugh out loud. That does not surprise me. It does not surprise me that you have a couple 3D printers. You know, I'll keep that in mind if I don't find the missing Kshatriya part. I might commission you. might be easier than getting a hold of China. Or I don't know. I don't know if that kit came out of China. It might have come out of like Korea or something. Well, thanks for hanging out. You can hang out with the boys while the wife's out with the girls, if you'd like. I mean, we're not really doing anything. Painting. I think I can use this down here. That works. I can live with that. Throw one of these in here too, just to kind of complete the gentle arc. Yeah, I may have to check that other part. Just make sure I didn't mask up into this, because I do want that to be green, not the gold color that I'm probably going to paint this. Me and my dog are jamming out. Yeah. I'm assuming you're listening to different tunes than the U-Tizzles tunes. Although I did update the playlist, it's not as bad as it was. I don't remember who it was, but might have been Ricardo. I think Ricardo requested better music, or maybe it was Wolfpack. Might have been Wolfpack. But anyway, I tried to pick some better music. Slim pickings, though. You know what? It's hard to find things. Okay, I am back. Oh, for crying out loud. I don't know why it does that. Like literally almost 15 minutes into every live stream, my computer decides to restart itself, and then it's usually good after that. Doesn't do it again. I wish I wasn't such a tech dunce. I might know how to fix this. Let me put myself over here. Get out of the way! So I'm also looking at new model concepts. I actually did get some texture upgrades, but I haven't applied them yet. I'm still working out the kinks. Doesn't quite look the same. When I get it refined, I'll be sure to share it with you guys. I promise. Fix this. All right, and we're back. Where's my chat? Where is it? There it is. All right, we got that back. Now, can I open you up all the way? All right. Now we're cooking. What did I miss while I was gone? Anything happen? Anything exciting? Doggo is jamming out to, I think, industrial techno right now. Like Ministry? The devil built my hot rod. It was a love affair. That was actually one of my favorite albums when I was in, like, 7th grade? Maybe? 6th grade? Ministry, Psalm 69. Great album. Well, maybe not a great album, but it was an album for its time. Though I do question when I was younger if I'd had better taste in music if I wouldn't have made better life choices too. Now I just built Gunpla. Oh, that just popped my neck and it felt fabulous. No. All right, so I'm gonna do the other side still. Let's get this taken care of. But yeah, as I was saying before the stream crashed, I think, I don't know, maybe somewhere along the way, kind of excited to spray. It's been a minute since I've sprayed anything. I'm getting this all greasy. should be wearing gloves when I do this. All I'm doing is getting oil all over these parts, which may or may not affect the paint. Just saying. I don't want you there. Can I get you out of the way, or do I have to cut you? Don't make me cut you. Oh, I chipped it. I'm chipping it. Stop. Chip it. That's okay. It's on the inside. It's a thruster. It'll be a little wear. Although I really am trying to make this one just pristine. No weathering, if I can help it. All right. There's that one. One more to go. I do need another circle, though. I have this thing set at super big. It is. It is set to super big. Let's make you smaller. Let's go for like... This camera sucks, dude. There. And then I'll make a small one. Retract the blade. I do like this tool. It's pricey, but it's well worth it. For the amount of circles I've cut with it, I probably would have gone through about 4 or 5 sheets of circles. Seriously. There was a ton of circles on Dynamax. And the way I painted that, I had to mask it 2 or 3 times. So, I mean, seems like it was worth it to me. Now what we're gonna do, let's cut you in a V shape. I think that might be beneficial. Nope, wrong part. Wolfpack, new type for life. How are you, my friend? Thank you for popping in, as always. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. I'm doing a little maskings at the momento, but we're gonna get into a little painting in a few mementos. In a few mementos. And then at some point, I might look at some of the things coming up. So Bandai announced that they're gonna redo 0079. And I don't know if that means that they're gonna like completely reboot it, or if they're gonna like, what I would love to see them do is take the original like sound, audio, and then just update the animation. That way it's still the same story, but with better animation. I doubt they'll do it that way. I have a feeling it'll be a full reboot, but I'm kind of excited about it. I know a lot of you guys are more like Wing and Freedom fans, or Seed fans. But I likes me the 00s, 79s. 0079, the Universal Century Gundam. So the original Gundam series came out in 1979. And it's basically like on Netflix, I think they're the 3 movies that it's Gundam 1, 2, and 3, but it's really like I don't know if it was like 20, 40 episodes long, the actual series. They never aired it in the US though. Like it didn't really crawl over its way to the US until well after Wing Gundam aired. But it's actually the OG series. So Hathaway is kind of like the last part of that timeline before it switches over into like the Victory Grundman Crossbone era, I believe. Don't hold me to that. I get confused at the later end of the timeline. I got everything straight up to like Char's counterattack. Hathaway. Although that gets confusing too, because there's that whole thing where Unicorn isn't canon, and neither is Thunderbolt technically. But then again, they are. Like I don't know if you noticed, Siam Vist is like Gigi's. Oh, I don't want to say that. Yeah, we won't go there. But he dies in Unicorn. So there's like a timeline thing. Anyway. GoldenEye, N64. I'm confused, Wolfpack. What do you mean by GoldenEye? Although I did love GoldenEye on N64. Truly. That was something I played a lot with the boys back in the day. I've had friends get into fistfights over that game. That and, what was it, Soul Calibur 2 or 3? One of the Soul Caliburs. Chucking controllers. I wish my neck would stay straight. I hate this chair. But yeah, 0079 was the original Gundam with Amuro and Char. It didn't start with Origin. Like the original series was actually from 1979. So it's what, like 47 years old? But I guess for the 50th anniversary, they're going to redo the original series. But I'm curious to see if that means, you know, I gotta put another piece in there. I can't peel it up because it'll peel the others. I didn't quite get it. So anyway, I'm doing some color stuff tonight. We're gonna be spraying all kinds of colors. All kinds. Nothing real heavy though. Like it'll be a lot of switching up. So no long paint sessions. It's gonna be like spray a color and then I'll pop the mask off and be here and stuff. Just saying. Some of my paint sessions, I get lost in the moment. Tiger gets out of the cage. I go into that flow state zone and I forget I'm even streaming at that point. That actually did happen on stream. Like I got towards the end of I ran out of paint and I went, oh yeah, I'm streaming. But so I take it that means, are you playing GoldenEye on N64? Should I pull this up and watch? I think I can do that now. Hold on. I'm curious. Let me get these couple pieces of tape stuck here. And I might do something wild and pull up your channel if you don't mind, my friend. If you are, in fact, live. Just to see if I can. Technically speaking. I am trying to get better at that. Like there's a lot of stuff I'd like to like, I want to say review, but you know, even just hobby related. There's a lot of things I'd like to pull up. And occasionally I watch the really talented, you know, creator do something really cool and I like to pull that stuff up, but I'm always afraid of offending people. You know, I don't want anybody being like, oh, he's stealing my content, he's farming. Why are you in the way? Get out of my way. I'll have to see. Let me see here. You get out of the way, tape. So if I keep my head moving, you can't tell how crooked my neck is. All right. You got a good grip. These wooden sticks, I like the metal ones better. The only thing about the wood ones is they are kind of nice in the sense that they keep things... Oh, I wanted to look at this. Make sure that I didn't mask up too high. No, we're good. That'll work. I can absolutely live with that. Quick inspection. Camera, you need to focus just a little bit higher than the mat. Right about there. Thank you. I think we're good. Yeah, that'll look right. Provided I spray it well. Okay, so let's see here. I'm kind of curious. How do I do this? You move this over here. You can be. Why do I have? I don't. I don't. I really do need to fix that in the code. We'll just do that. There. It drives me crazy. I install cabinets for a living. There's a thing I have about symmetry. All right. Okay, you're off. Let's open this. You're going to be at the bottom of the list. Oh, I know an easier way to find you. I know an easier way. Maybe I don't. Are you live right now, Wolfpack? You're not. No, you're not. I thought maybe you might have been. All right, well, if you were, I was going to see what you were up to. Oh, hold on. I got to fix this too. Why is this on top chat? You've been talking to me this whole time and I've had this all scrolled up. I'm sorry, my friend. Oh, no, we're at the bottom of the list. Okay. All right. Well, I think I want to do the yellows first. And get them out of the way. Yes. That's what we're going to do. And I don't know if I'll move the camera when I'm spraying tonight. I'll probably just hide the avatar while I spray, so it just doesn't look silly. On that note, before I get into it, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water. That way I have it when I take my mask off. and I'll return. Listen to the sad music about your girlfriend leaving. Be right back. I'm back. Hello. So anyhow, yeah, we're getting some stuff out. Oh, I just threw pippets everywhere. Ooh, I need to order more pippets too. I go through these things like crazy. You really can't have enough pippets, I'm just telling you. Bad? Do I? No, those are Q-tips. Gonna have to order pippets. That's okay, we'll do that. We can do that. So let me get these kind of ready. Oh yeah, there's this many of them. Never mind. But don't throw them all over the room. See, I'm out of the avatar. Oh, I want you back. You just dropped like 3 of them. Yeah, pivot. That might be enough for now. So, I'm not spraying you because you're getting the mirror chrome. Oh, so that's the other thing I was going to do. I didn't show you guys this. So this is the top Ohara I was showing you earlier when the computer died and I was showing you how I masked it. This is the screen part of it. And I don't want it to be pink. So I think I'm going to do this with some mirror chrome. Well, so I think I'm actually going to hit it with just the base paint for the phosphorescent white and then mirror chrome over that. And I'm wondering if the glow will shine through the chrome. If not, then I'll hit it again. But afterward, because I mentioned I'm going to attempt to print the decals for this, or reprint the stickers as decals. If I do, I might just take like a screenshot of the stream of painting it and try to put it on the screen. I think that'd be pretty cool. If I could print that as a decal with some semblance of what it is, detail-wise. It's a pretty big screen, so I think I can get an image of this on there. We'll see. Anyhow. But yeah. So I guess let me turn the compressor on. I hope the spray booth isn't too loud. I got sticky tape that's falling off. Eventually, I think I need to redo the lights. Turn the compressor on. Oh, compressor is on. Let me get some gloves. So all of this is getting sprayed yellow with the exception of the and that's how we're gonna do this. Man up fast. Did you guys see that? I'm like the flash fast. I need a new filter in the spray booth. The overspray is getting kind of ridiculous. I realized that the other day when I changed the towel. Oh, let me do my thing and move the camera real quick. Bear with me. I'm going to hide this screen as I do it. Hide. I like my control room. Looks good, doesn't it? Someday I'll upgrade that. Yep, I knew it. I hit the cord. Hopefully that doesn't crash the stream. It doesn't like it when I mess with the camera. It gets angry. I did it again. Do that. So oh my gosh, has this been muted the whole time? I'm retarded. Anyway. So yeah, let me let's see what this looks like. Bloop. I think that works. Oh. Stay still, camera. It's so sensitive. Yeah. Let's see here. That's about where I spray. That worked. Yep. So, I don't want to mix these up with my other parts. I'm just going to lay them down here in the booth. But I did cleaned up a little bit. I need to change this filter. It's terrible. I don't have any right now. I didn't want to go looking for them. Old pivot of clear. Let's make that go away. So we're doing the yellow first. And I've never really actually sprayed more than the blue by itself, so I'm kind of curious to see how this stuff goes. Probably gonna have to thin it with a little bit of level thinner, but we can do that. So let's get a cup, and I'm gonna try not to use a billion pippets and actually be good about putting my pippets at the back of the booth and letting them drain out so I can reuse them if I need to. But yeah, I'm kind of terrible about that, so we'll see how that happens. Let's go up here for now, I think. And I'm gonna have to put my mask on. So the other thing I've been working on in the background is I I'm making the avatar mask so that when I am spraying and I put my mask on, yeah, you guys understand why. That and I just want to see if I can do it and make it move with the rest of me. But we'll see how that works out. It's in the works. It's really rudimentary right now. I guess I might show it to you guys after we get done painting. If you'd like to see it. But anyhow. All right, well, let's get the mask. The mask. I really should clean the visor, but we're not going to worry about it right now. How can I untangle you? What is this cord? Oh, yeah. What's this? Okay. What have I done? Here. There. That's a little better. You guys will be able to hear me a little better. Had to get the, Sorry, I bumped the cord. That was my fault. And then I just moved the camera, so we'll have to set that up again. Bring all the cords. I may actually have to pull the battery and totally reset the camera. All right. All right. All right. All right. Why? Oh, battery popped out. That's why. Look at that. Oh, stop it. I need to like... Hold on. Let me turn this off. I see what's going on. I have to do some fidgeting. Give me 1 sec. No, that never tightens. Okay, it's just what it is. Oh, that helps too. I never said trying to spray on live stream is going to be easy. Just saying. That was a claim I never made. Anyhow. All right. So I'm going to hide the avatar. We're just going to paint now. I hope you guys, yeah, you can hear me. I got levels. I got levels. It might be a little high. Am I too loud? You guys never tell me I'm too. Okay. Focus. Lock that. I swear, I'm still here. One second. Yeah, one more thing. Okay. And I gotta close the door. Although my little spray booth does surprisingly well at actually getting the fumes out of the house. I can actually spray in here, and unless I don't have the booth on or I open something without the booth on, usually nobody else can tell that I'm even spraying. So I want to be here. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So the hard part about this is I honestly, I need a longer cord for my headphones. All right. I hope you guys can hear me still. Let's start with thinner. And I want to mark this with a little piece of tape. Because this is actually going to be just regular leveling thinner. Because I'm mixing so many different colors, I'm probably going to do some leveling thinner and regular thinner. And actually, we're going to mark the leveling thinner. Because it's an orange bottle, and it's easier to tell. Or it's a yellow bottle. And it's whether I use DSPS or Mr. Colors, the bottle's primarily yellow, so I put a yellow piece of tape on it. Because I'm a little bit of a dunce. Alright, so get some thinness. That way I don't get paint in it. It's weird how this is the only one that comes with one of these plugs. I guess maybe it'll evaporate faster. I'm not sure.
I might end up getting overspray on them, but it'll come out pretty easy. Oh, and also, for thinner, and then I'll put all my color ones probably over here. I'm trying to keep the booth pretty clean of any parts today as I do this. Because I really am. I'm spraying a whole bunch of little stuff. Nothing terribly big, but a lot of color spots. Oh, does this thing work? That's not good. That's not good. You guys see that? All the stuff flying around there? I'm using really high pressure. I'll have to make sure I spray to this direction. I really do need to change this filter. I didn't realize it was so bad till I cleaned the booth up yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I hope I can get one more session out of that. Yeah. Go with a full pivot. Man, that stuff's thick. This is like some of the goopiest paint I've ever used. Like, do I need to actually spray? Please. I think that's plenty. I don't know. I'm using this big airbrush though. I really don't want to mix more. I'd rather pour it back in. Because I'm not mixing any colors. I'm just spraying these as their base. So I think that's way more paint than I'm going to need, but I'm not sure how this is going to spray out of this brush once I finish. That's 2 to 1, basically. I grabbed a new pipette for that. Just for trying out loud. I'll use that for a different color. Ooh, gooey. Gooey, gooey. It's almost like rubbery. Oh! Before I get too far into it, I need towels. Let me grab some cleaning cloths. Well, paper towels. I make cleaning cloths real quick. I will return. am I doing? I wanted to do something. What was it? I guess we'll see how this goes. Before I get into that, do this. I'll hopefully matte a little bit of that dust. Hopefully I didn't just spray airbrush cleaner into my paint. But we'll see. I'll run some thinner through it. And then I'm probably going to skip this track. I think that's happening. Although it is kind of a good track to start painting to. No. No. Yeah. Yeah, alright. All right, well, without further ado, kids, I'll flip around. Too much hair. Small. Actually, do gotta put them on something. Very particular paint. Very hard to spray. For some reason, it just wants to cobweb. I know why. All right, so here's your airbrushing tip for the day. Turn the damn compressor on. I think that's that. We have achieved yellow. So now the only thing I do is I let those dry. That being said, I guess I'll clean that real quick. I'll switch to the green and get that sprayed. And we'll do the chrome after, and then we might switch to the holomatic chrome. These might be dry enough I can go ahead and chrome them. But yeah, I think we'll go in that order. Let me just look around real quick and make sure there's nothing that I want yellow that I'm missing. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I looked around. Because there is. I'm just curious. What's funny is they say it's yellow, but it looks more green to me. All right, here's some green. I think that's going to be the base for the bow. This is G paint. Yeah, made by Studio G. It was marketed as something you don't have to use with primer. I've actually always used primer with it, and I've had pretty good luck with it. A lot of the Dynamez was painted with this in places. Not all of it, but some of it. Anyway, it's decent stuff. I like it. I've had a couple of the bottles that broke, and that stuff dried out on me, but that was just because the caps broke. But I'm known for over torquing. It needs a good shake. There's a lot of, I don't know if you can see it, sediment at the bottom. I guess I could stir it. I suppose I will. Let's give it a stir. I don't guess I have to count it. Let's not do this. That's a perfectly good stick. It's just green now. We'll keep that, guys. Get this stuff out of here. Oh, not on here. Out of here. Oh, I way overestimated that.
Oh, I gotta take the mask off for a minute. But I gotta clean the paint out of that. So let's do that.
I finally lost the arm in my chair. Any chair sponsors out there want to donate to Dynamo? Wouldn't that be great? Anyhow, get a glove on. We'll just get right to it. What? No, I'm leveling thinner. We want thinner. That's the other thing I don't know that I... The DSPF paints are hard to use. They're very, very thick. They gotta be thin just right or they don't spray well. I'm still trying to kind of get the hang of them. They lay down well though. I mean, it's good coating. I like the colors. They're just finicky to spray. Even not mixing them with the alkaline like I am. And I really don't know if those two are compatible to being mixed the way that I am. I'm managing to make it spray, but, you know, for all I know, in a couple months, this paint job's just going to fail. Start flaking off. I mean, I hope not. Shouldn't. You know, I have kind of done my homework in the sense of like, you know, doing a little research of like, can I mix these two and it's okay? And yeah, as far as I can tell, I can. So, you know, we have sprayed them already and they work. But even spraying that color coat without mixing it with the alkali clear, it's difficult to spray. And in fact, I think mixing it with the alkali makes it a little easier. Of course, in that last little session, not having my compressor on probably really didn't help. Truth be told. There was probably no benefit in that. Junkies. I have like a little... Do I have a rough spot in the bottom of my pot? No, it's just a reflection. It's funny. I will say the finish and polish on Mr. Krios airbrushes is really nice. Like, these are really easy to keep clean. And I've had this thing freaking filthy where I'm looking at it going, oh my gosh, it's going to take forever to clean. And I probably should run them through my sonic cleaner more often. But I don't... I don't know. They seem to work really well. All right. Well, next we're going to do some green. And I'm still debating between the G Paint Slime Green as a base color or the Diespia Fluorescent. Let's see how they shine. Whichever one looks more green in black light is which one that's going to win. Oh my gosh, they almost look identical. Though the Diespia looks like it glows better, doesn't it? I still think we're going with the G Paint. And the reason why is because the bow at the end of the day isn't going to be, it's going to be more like a greenish blue color. Where's the direction? Where is my fair direction? Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, it's more of a... It's not as light as the Petite Bear, but it's darker than the... Or it's darker than the Petite Bear. Kind of bluish. So we're going to go with this. Now, I'm going to mix this stuff in the pot. Well, actually, I am using quite a bit of it. And this isn't a candy coat, but I'm using it as a base for the candy coat. And I know that's not what I did with the rest of the bear. But in theory, so the other thing about G-Paint is it's advertised it doesn't need to be thinned. And when I got it, truthfully, it actually was a lot thinner than this. Oh, now that's starting in there. I think we're okay. But it's thickened up on me. I've actually had it for a few years. So, I mean, on that note, it's held up well. I will say that. Yeah, this is closer to the consistency that it came in. Yeah, maybe not quite that thin. I might need to add just a little bit of paint to that. That may be mostly thinner. Alright. Well, let's spray some stuff. Give this a quick spray with the stick, because it does work better than the stick. Since it's a little soft, it kind of flexes. feel like it needs more air. See how that lays down. Mind you, I don't want total complete coverage. A little bit of gradation is okay. It doesn't glow like the other, but it will. I think I need to hit this one again, truthfully. Oh, my hand cramped. There's no part on this stick. Oh, somebody voted on the poll. The gods will decide. Excellent. Is this working? Can I like my stream? I can. Okay. I really do love colors. Like, it's funny, you can look at paint in the bottle, and there's something about applying it to the part that is just, I don't know, it doesn't look right at first, and then you go back and you look at it in a couple minutes, and it's like, wow, that turned out nice. I mean, sometimes I look at them and I go, ah, shit, what did I do? But something in my paint Those I'm not going to mess with. Yeah, yeah. It'd be a terrible idea. With this. That's it. Again, since I didn't mix any colors into this, it's going right back into the bottle. Yeah, paint's not cheap. Stuff is not cheap. It looks cheap. Do you realize what you spent on, I don't know, 50 bottles of it? Then you go, oh yeah, that's kind of pricey. And a lot of the bottles don't go as far as you want. A lot of it depends on what you're spraying, I've realized. But, so that's our green. And, we'll do the blue real quick, and then I'll move on to, the milk colors. Yeah. Pick this guy up. I really have grown fond of this 0.5 Pro Combo. If I'm doing super detail stuff or trying to get any kind of pre-shading going on, it really does, at least on the detail end of things, help. To use my PS7071 with a .013 needle. But, if I'm not trying to spray anything super small or get any kind of gradation or pre-shading out of it, at least on the smaller parts, I don't really need, or at least on the bigger parts, this does fine. This doesn't do a great job of pre-shading. I think I need to get a little level with it. And it took me a while to figure out how to spray with this thing and get it dialed in, but I feel like we're becoming friends. Since I'm going to a darker color, I'm not going to worry about any airbrush cleaning. We're going to do that guy. And I kind of feel like I want to give Petite Bear a red bow, so we're going to do that. And then I got a handful of parts I'm going to spray with white. Let's do blue first. And I'm actually, we are just going to straight up go with the PSV's UV blue. Let's see how it goes. I need more cup. No, I didn't need to do that. For as little as I'm going to use. Oh well. I did it anyway. There should be more than plenty. feel like I need to hit that one more time. The only other thing I don't like about these DSPA paints, and I have to go through when I'm done using them and actually do it. But the caps, it's so dummy. They really do. Like, the caps get just icky. And I think that may be what causes them to dry out. Like, you really do, if you're not going to use them for a while, have to, like, really wipe them off. Not this way down. Yeah, I need to hit it again. Might be a little thick. That's okay. It's a base coat. And I pretty much used all that. But yeah, if you want to spray it thick and heavy, I'm trying not to do that though. Funny, I'm looking at that leveling thinner thinking I might have gotten green in it. Get green on the cap. I might have sprayed it green. That might have happened. Might have slightly tinted my leveling thinner green, but that's okay, it's almost done. Now for red. The only thing on this that's going to be, well, there's some stuff I'm debating on orange or red. Actually, the ductwork for the thrusters on the filter. I can see where I went heavy with the pink. At least in that one. I'm curious to see what happens when I spray the spectral chrome over that. I have to spray all the blue parts with the spectral chrome first. And that will probably be... I don't know, we'll see how the green sets up. By the time I get done, I think we could do the mirror chrome and the spectral chrome tonight. I think we can. I really don't need much of this. I hate to waste a bit. It's work. Should be plenty. I mean, I guess I do need a little bit. No, that's not there. There was still thinner in it. You guys can't see it, but I'm actually mixing this just by backflushing. Not a great practice with a airbrush with a small needle, because you can bend them. But yeah, I think we can do that. I think that works. We're gonna need more spinner. Watch this off. Just on the outside. Much. It's like glow like I thought it would. Well, I don't know. I'd probably have to turn the lights off. We'll see as it dries. Brown. Last color, a little bit of white. That's going to be this guy, that guy, and this one. And we'll do silvers. How much paint is in you? Nothing. At all. Oh, I did it again. Just tinted my center. Oh, I blew the cap off. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's totally me. I gotta get a new pipet. I sprayed the pipet too. There's already a lot of thinner in there. Now, it wouldn't hurt to give it a decent flush at this stage anyway. And I got paint everywhere. minutes. The white is the worst one for the cobweb. Oh, I can't do it. Cobwebbing. Why is it cobwebbing? Why? Oh, maybe I turned it. Now it's not cobwebbing. Yes, it is. I just ruined my thinner pipette. How do I do things like that? There we go. How's it look like? I guess so. Fortunately, it's a base coat. I'm not terribly worried about it, but still, I don't want it to be gunky. Alright. Now, give that a sec. Ah. That's way thicker than I want to be. But I'm not terribly worried about it, because this is actually the connection part for the striker pad. So the part that I really cared about, this one, I can live with. And I'm actually going to respray this with the Spectral Chrome anyway. This was just kind of a base to see if the color comes out a little nicer. Sort of an experiment with a part that's not necessarily a super important part. Now I have to wait till it's painted. I think I'm going to let a lot of that because it's a lot thicker than I want it to be. I think I'm going to let a lot of that set up. I don't know if I am going to spray the spectral chrome. That might be next stream. So, in looking at the red bow, I wonder if these UV glow paints aren't better sprayed over a colored base coat. I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't have sprayed my primer a color base. They're a little translucent. They're almost candies in and of themselves. I'm gonna have to play with them more. I'm kind of intrigued by them, to be honest. I'm just gonna get more crap on it. Clean this up. Why is the focus so bad? A little gummy on the one side. But again, it's a base coat. Well, anyway, kids, let me take this mask off.
Oh, yeah, I definitely need to change that filter. I can smell the paint fumes in here. Ah, there we go. I'm back. Although my camera's in the way of the other camera for the avatar, so it's just not working great. On that note, kids, the gods will decide. Yes, they will. We can end that poll. Oh, there was 2 votes. Cool. On that note, I'm tired. It's 10:15. I'm not even going to ramble on. I'm just going to say have a red night. And later. Well, I guess I'll say have a red night. Like and subscribe. And then I'll say later. Here. You know what? Let's just do this. I'm gonna hide that. I'll move this up. I'll move this back over. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Well. Why is my mouth not... I don't understand. Well, I guess I'm talking to you guys telepathically. On that note, like and subscribe. Maybe catch me tomorrow. I'll probably be actually doing the metal coats. That's something I know a little bit more about. So hopefully it'll be a little smoother. On that note, have a red night. Goodbye, everybody.